The two-star, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And Harrell's in at the 5 spot. Green against Williams. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously
so fun.
exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
And the first one at the line is good. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
And Williams drops them both. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And, Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
A floater. LeBron with some nice D. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Rejection by Harrell. Right side, Leonard. Green with the rebound. Here are the Lakers with the ball. James, the bounce pass. He sinks the 11-footer.
I mean, again, LeBron James has been doing this for so long, knocking down that mid-range jumper.
Inside, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. LeBron against George. LeBron passes to Davis. Great D that time from Harrell.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kuzma, that's good.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
LeBron against George. A shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from James. Green kicks to Rondo. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's James. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
6 on the shot clock. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Harrell. Unable to get that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Loads it up for Davis. Stolen by George. Here's the break. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
James, the pass to Kuzma. And it's sent back by Leonard. To the paint. The shot by George, no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Green passes to LeBron. Rebound by Williams.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and He seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
Checking out the stats for Beverly, how he performed last season. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Here's Kuzma. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Kuzma's got 5 now.
And you have to tip your cap to Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
Williams finds Leonard. Here's Beverly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Lakers trail. Ron right side. Stolen by George. Outside Leonard. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Back to Leonard. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the pass to Rondo. Back to James. And the rejection by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Pass to Harrell. Over to the left wing. To the inside. The jump hook uses the glass that time, and it's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
The first one falls.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
That one is no good. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Rondo kicks to James. Lakers working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Now Let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Third is JaVale McGee. And, of course, Montrezl Harrell.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Back to Williams. Again, the Clippers.
Just shredding the defense in the pick and roll. Lou Williams only needing just a little bit of space to work.
Pass to James. Paul George with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And that one, good. Williams has got 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Lakers trail by 6. Passes it to James. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Beverly, the pass to George. And stolen by LeBron. Fast break, the Lakers. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Yeah, sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. There's the triple. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. I saw a green light there, Kevin, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And the pass to Davis. LeBron outside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on George.
Yeah, there's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the 3. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more 3s than 2s for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I think,
but where has it got?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
the tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is or where it is that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the three-point line, or what strategies change to create even more three-point shots.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers. Look now at Kawhi Leonard's numbers. Great showing for him last season. 6th in scoring And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Cousins inside, working on Zubats. McGee finds James. Caldwell Pope outside. LeBron against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope pass to James. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. McGee off target with the fadeaway.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Pass to McGee. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the dish to Cousins. Back to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. Rebound the Lakers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Clippers leading by 4. Leonard dishes to Green. And there it is for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
1:32 left in the first quarter. Here's Cousins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, you might want to call down some recruits to try to stop DeMarcus Cousins. 5 might not be enough.
Pass to Zubats. Back to Beverly. 1:07 left here in the first quarter. Shamet the pass to Leonard. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Now, Kawhi does damage from the mid-range and from the inside and gets challenged to make threes, but he can do that too.
Cook looking it over. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Zubats. Boy, he just disappeared against Dallas when they needed him the most. And it's Leonard missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Now here's Beverly. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Zubats. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. Her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. I saw her fight back that was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Jermichael Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Lakers. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
I give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Leonard kicks to Zubats. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Zubats. Tipped away, but they'll get another chance. Leonard, the pass to Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Zubats.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. The Lakers also with a sub. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Shamet. Just 5 to shoot. Daniels kicks to Kuzma. Here's Cook. They get it back. Poked loose. Shamet with the steal. Here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
That's good from George. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first.
Mm-hmm.
Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rondo from 13 feet. It goes down. Rondo's got his first points of the night.
And this is why Rondo's teammates love to run and play with him. Fearless as a competitor and terrific at scoring in deep.
Tries from 16, and the jumper is on the mark. And that's now 6 points for George.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Passes it to Davis. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one's good. Shamet.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Kuzma with it. He has 5. Right side Davis. Outside Rondo from outside the arc. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers leading by 17. George looking around. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Outside Davis. Kuzma left side. Over Harrell, and the rejection by Harrell. The Lakers rebound, and he gets the bucket. 8 points for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, to look at the frame of AD when he came into the league as opposed to it is now, he's so much more tough and more physical and doesn't mind the contact.
Knocks it loose. And it's the Lakers on the break. Bradley's got the ball. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Bradley with good focus there. Tough play and ends up with the and one.
Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Free throw good from Bradley.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
To the paint, here's George, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City, and a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
Throw good, Paul George. And with George last year, easily his best season as a pro in every measurable way.
You wonder in the next couple of seasons here, Kevin, if we're going to see the best of Paul George. Again, coming off that gruesome leg injury, him finding his form last year for Oklahoma City. A lot of talk about even Paul George being considered as an MVP candidate, and rightly so. Now back in Los Angeles with Kawhi Leonard. What a terrific duo they have.
George against Bradley. The pass to Green. And Davis now top of the key. And again, the Lakers no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Perfectly played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look.
Bradley passes to Davis. Shoots over Shamet. And the rejection by Harrell. And George, here we go. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Throw good, Paul George.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Rondo against George. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got 4 points this quarter.
Embracing the hit on the way up. Rondo hard to take down. Even when he gets bodied up a little bit, the balance stays there.
And it's George finishing it off.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's James. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Shamet, the pass to Zubac. Looking for George. He gets it there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. Good on the second free throw.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Pass to Davis. Back to LeBron. Down low, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
George against LeBron. Harrell the pass to George. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a change. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Leonard finds Harrell. Here's George. Outside Williams. LeBron against George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on LeBron James.
That straight line drive there from Paul George, you love to see him get in that attack mode. We'll see if he can cash in now at the line.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
First one falls for him.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And George drops them both. Here's LeBron. 12 points for him. Caldwell Pope outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists in the game.
And Caldwell Pope, a solid shooter, and I think he'll only get better with time.
From deep three-point range, the Lakers with the rebound. James has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's good for 2. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
And they double up James. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. James against George. Here's Davis. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. The Lakers also making some changes. Cousins comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So it's the Lakers now. It's a 14-point game. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
LeBron against Leonard. That one's not going to go. James with some nice D. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Leonard looking over the floor. 1:32 left here in the second. That one goes. Count it.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here is Cook. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell.
Good season for him last year. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverley beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
Cook, the pass to Cousins. Davis kicks to LeBron. And they double up James. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cousins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another 1-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise caliber player.
That free throw, no good. But Brent, you look at the size and athleticism of DeMarcus Cousins, and you can forget just how skilled he is.
Well, the interesting part about Cousins, and as his career goes on, especially coming off the injury, Kevin, what does he rely on? Well, when he came into the league, as you said, he had that skill set. He's going to rely more and more on that ability to shoot the ball and to still make plays so that he's still an impact player in the NBA.
Beverly the pass to George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. James against Leonard. And here is LeBron. He's got 14. Out left to the wing. Here's Cook. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 19 points, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They're all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. And the shot is good. 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
And you get into the painted area. Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
LeBron against George. Passes to Harrell. And stolen by James. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Rondo's speed right there, a big help on that play. He uses it well to knife in there, get inside, pick up a foul.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one falls for Rondo.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. The Lakers with the ball, down by 12.
Well, Davis is focused right now and is staying in a great rhythm, no matter what kind of pressure he's facing.
The Clippers shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Beverly against Rondo. 6 to shoot.
And with AD roaming around like a great white shark, smells blood in the water, makes the defense think twice.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Kuzma against Leonard. Kicks it to Williams. To Leonard from downtown. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive game.
LeBron drives in, and the rejection by Harrell.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Floats one up. LeBron, good. LeBron's got 16 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Leonard against Kuzma. Leonard the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Inside, Williams. Green with the block.
Well, if you're going to make that offensive move, it's important to know where Danny Green is. One of the better shot-blocking guards you're going to find. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And George kicks to Harrell. Outside Williams. Shoots from 12. Great D that time from Green.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
George finds Leonard, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Leonard hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rondo scanning the floor. And there's the pass to Davis. Back to Rondo. Goes up again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Great understanding by Davis to sense the foul coming, but also get the shot off as well.
If there is any concern for Anthony Davis, it's that early in his career, he has dealt with a lot of injuries. But, Brent, he does play a high-impact style.
You think so, Kevin? He's one of the top 5 players in the league, and at his position is absolutely exemplary. You think about it, 7 seasons in New Orleans with the Pelicans and 13 playoff games to show for it. A change of scenery, an opportunity in Los Angeles to play with LeBron James. It's going to be interesting to see where it is his career goes from with this move. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Check out the stats for Paul George. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
He shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Leonard's got 28 points for the game.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Kuzma outside. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Outside Leonard. No good on that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Daniels dishes to Davis. He goes up again. Yep, that one goes. Davis has got 10 points in just the second half.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. And that one goes long. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverley. It's tipped. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Count that one. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Well, sometimes Rondo's a step ahead of everybody, even the coaching staff, especially on defense when he swipes the ball away like that.
George against LeBron. That one doesn't drop.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Daniels kicks to LeBron, and they double up James. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And the Lakers with possession here. For the tie. That shot is off. Tee that time from Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Everly with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
The Lakers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
No good on that one.
Interesting to watch LeBron James at the line through the years. Has tried many different free throw strokes. Not a bad free throw shooter by any means, but always tinkering.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for Rajon Rondo. And he's good on the second. And the Clippers call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Can they get it? And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. George has got 20.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
Pass to Daniels. Now Cousins. Back to Daniels. 5 on the clock. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
On the wing, Green. Passes it to Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. Now Zubats. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Bradley comes in for Quinn Cook.
Avery Bradley.
Clock is at 3. Takes a 3. Goes back up. And it's Zubac laying it in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Daniels with it. The pass to James. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Zubac, the pass to Beverly. Here's George. Buries it down low. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Now, Paul George right now invested fully in this game and on both ends of the floor. Relentless on offense thus far.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
Here's Shamet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on JaVale McGee. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent, Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, interesting for Lambo, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a 3rd or 4th guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
That free throw good from Shamet. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. No good on the second free throw. Lakers trail by 6. And the rejection by Zubac. The shot's good from McGee. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Shamet. Bradley with some nice D.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
To the middle. The jump hook, and there's Green on the assist by George. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 1:53 left to play in the 3rd. Now here's Beverly. He has 6. Pass to Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on JaVale McGee. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
Free throw good, Green. And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And the Lakers also making a change. Green's checked in. And both free throws good for Green. 1:41 left in the third. Bradley with the bounce pass. Cousins against Harrell. And the rejection by Harrell. George against Green. Outside, George. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded closer. 4 on the clock. Latrey. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Bradley finds Cousins. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 24 points.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Bradley passes to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Lakers have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. That's good from Green.
A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Rondo. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Harrell. Beverly against Bradley. Pass to George. Over Green. Offensive rebound. Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Montrezl Harrell at the line for 2.
That one is off.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
And he sinks the second. One second left. No good on that one. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers ahead as they end the third quarter on a 14-5 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Clippers leading by 10. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Beverly in at point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Cousins, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Pass to Green. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's Shamet. And he gets it to go from the corner.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Rondo. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. 6 on the shot clock. Green finds Davis. Another shot, and it's blocked. George with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. And that one, good. 28 points for George.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Three-pointer. And it's Shamet missing. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Green, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Clippers leading by 16. Now the pass to Shamet. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Lakers call time here.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Williams against Rondo. Pass to Kuzma. Shot to stop the run, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. 22 points for Davis.
Well, he tries to do a lot of work on the inside, but AD ultimately from the mid-range becoming very effective.
Here's George, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because he seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Leonard with the bucket.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Rondo passes to Davis. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As soon as Davis realizes that he has the chance to drive, he seizes it. You can tell the defense, they weren't in position at all.
that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Well, AD, such a soft-spoken guy. He does a lot of work in the offseason to improve every facet of his game, and then steps in with tremendous confidence every season to show off all the hard work that he's put in.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Left side, Leonard. Back to Shamet. The three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And Kawhi Leonard's not really ever been a great creative finisher around the rim, but you could run the offense through him and trust he's going to make the right decision.
Outside, Green. In the corner, it's James. Just 4 to shoot. Over Harrell, trying to get open is Kuzma. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Here's Leonard. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 16-7 run. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Leonard's got 33 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Hondo with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And it's sent back by Leonard. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. they can expound on whatever it is that they were feeling at that time. And that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
George up top, over LeBron, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Clippers, Paul George. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And George drops them both. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Down low, here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Williams, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the focus there from Sweet Lou? Simply incredible at finding ways to convert through the contact.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Robinson comes in for Lou Williams. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Here's Magruder. That shot off. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And here's Daniels. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Robinson. Pass to Kabengele. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Daniels. Magruder, that's good. Magruder's got his first points in this one.
6'4", Magruder out there, comfortable on the inside, had enough room to get that one to go.
Passes it to Howard. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here is Cook, guarded by Robinson. And it's Cook missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Robinson against Caldwell Pope. They get the rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That's on Dwight Howard.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Jerome Robinson. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Robinson. It's rebounded by Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Rondo.
Assist goes to.
Rondo's got 5 assists tonight. Williams scanning the floor. Leonard against Kuzma. Leonard kicks to Harrell. Shot clock at 5.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
That's good from Harrell. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
And both free throws good for Harrell. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No,
it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Robinson, that's good.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
There's the pass to Daniels. And here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Robinson. Caldwell Pope passes to Cook. Ugly with it. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Lakers ball.
We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. That one goes in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Harold, he can't get it to go. Excellent D from Howard. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. It's good.
Yeah, rising to the challenge. KCP, often deterred by physical play, converts through the contact on that one.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now Harkless. Outside Robinson. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Howard with it. So the Clippers winning this one easily.